Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama-reviews ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining us today and you really like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button ngezansi bese upressa ne-notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. There's a join button for those who want to be members of the channel, and there's also a thanks button for those who want to thank the channel. Thank you so much to everybody that watches ama adverts etu kule channel. Listen, you guys, recently there is a story that came out. It was on different publications with regards to Mnakwethu and Ubhekilanga and his two wives complaining ukuthi they were never paid the money that they were promised to be paid for doing the show, you guys. I'm not clear whether they're talking about Mnakwethu, because they did do Mnakwethu and they also did Mnakwethu Happily Over After, or it's for both the shows. I'm not even sure that they are aware that they actually did two different shows, not just one. And so they're saying that they were never paid their money and they don't have even the contract with them, because after they signed, they gave the papers back to the producers. I'm even suspecting that maybe whatever it is that they signed was, when they sign, make you sign the release form to say it's okay for them to show you on TV. Maybe it wasn't even the contracts, but they do say that there's something that they signed and the crew took the papers with them, so they don't have anything with them to as a contract to indicate what did they sign, how much did they sign they were going to get. But Ulanga says that they were promised that they were going to be paid 50,000 rands each for doing the show, okay, but it wasn't paid to them. And I went online because I wanted to see if Zanzi Magic had responded at all, or if Umselego himself had responded, and I didn't see anything on his side, and I also haven't seen anything coming from Zanzi Magic in response of what these people are saying. But there is an article that I found, you guys, that goes back to when the show began, like that first season that they did, you guys. And even at the end of that season, there was a cast member that came to a Daily Sun and with the story so good, he wasn't paid the amount that they were supposed to be paid. So it's very interesting, you guys, that this is not something new when it comes to the show Yom Mnakwethu ukuthi people complain about possibly not being paid their salaries, and it's funny because they're now on like the third season and we're still having the same issue. And also we have to keep in mind that the stories that we are seeing in the newspapers, it's only the people that are willing to talk to the newspapers. So we don't know, out of everybody that has participated both on Mnakwethu and Mnakwethu Happily Ever After, how many of those people that participated on the show have been paid. And I do suspect, you guys, that there's probably more people that haven't been paid for doing this show than we actually know, and people just haven't come out and said that they haven't been paid. But this article came out back in 2020. I think this is when they did their first season, and I'm just going to go through this article so that you can see that this is not something new where people are complaining that they haven't been paid for this particular show. Maskandi singer Pamehlangene Kwala claims Mzansi Magic owes him money. According to Pamehlangene, Mnakwethu is hosted by the local famous polygamist Musamselegu. The Maskandi singer said everything he did for the show that aired on the 10th of March was just an act. This despite it being to seem like it's a reality show. But Pamehlangene said otherwise. Speaking to the Sun team on Thursday, the Maskandi singer said he agreed to feature in Mnakwethu as a way to promote his music. This is as he planned to drop his album next month. But Pamehlangene said he regretted doing the show because his family was angry at him and he was on the verge of losing his wife. As if that wasn't enough, the singer said he lost more than 3,000 rands in flight expenses and earned no cent for acting in Mnakwethu. Said Pamehlangene, if I knew going there to act would cause so much trouble in my life, I wouldn't have done it. I was called by the producers of the show 3 weeks ago. They told me I could promote my music by doing the show since I am an up and coming artist. They said I'll act as if I was a hubby who wanted to ask his wife to take Nyati as the second wife. I just took a decision to go there without thinking about the consequences. I took my wife and a gospel singer, Kanye Nzuza, along to the show. As a traditional healer, Mpamela said he signed no document when agreeing to feature on the show. Mzansi Magic paid for the flight expenses from Durban to Jozi, but I had to pay from my pocket to travel from Jozi, he said. Now my family, including my in-laws, hate me. Even when I try to explain that it was acting, they don't understand. But I've called Mzansi Magic to pay me my money, and they have decided not to follow them anymore. I am not the kind of person who does that. He said Musa had nothing to do with the acting tactics, as he was just a host. Kanye confirmed to Sunday Sun that she was acting. She said she was an up and coming gospel singer and was told being on Mnakwethu will give them exposure. Being on Mnakwethu was a great experience. That's all I can say, she said. Mzansi Magic spokesperson Ivan Poe has been promising to respond to the inquiry since last Friday, but hadn't at the time of going to press. Musa was also unavailable for comment. You guys, it looks like this is something that they do. I wonder how much they have managed to get away with in terms of recruiting these people for the show and not paying them. But another thing that we're picking up, you guys, is that some of the stories might not even be true because, as we can see, I don't know if they only did that during the first season or they're still doing it. As we can see here, that he says the girl that he took there as the second potential second wife was not. They were not even dating. You know, they just she was another gospel singer, and they wanted the exposure just to be on TV, so they went there to act, and it didn't end well because they didn't even get paid. Ended up spending money on their own flights, and on top of them having the stress now of the family, because the family doesn't even understand that the whole thing of the show was not even true. It was all a lie. They were acting. Nobody understands that. On top of that, he hasn't been paid to do the show. Hey, also, guys, I mean, if somebody calls you and they say you're going to be on a TV show, at least like ask for a contract or something that that you can refer to say this is what we signed, this is how much they said they were going to pay me, and they have not paid me. Because if somebody says you're going to be on TV and you don't sign anything, and also you don't, there's never even a time where you give them your banking details, because if you're going to be paid, how are they going to pay if they don't even have your banking details? Like, you must see that something is not right here. I'm probably going to be doing this for free. If you are not promised a pay, you are likely not to be paid. But I thought that it was interesting that even back then people were still having grievances in terms of pay when it comes to this show. It seems like this is something that they try to get away with if people don't complain about it. It's sad because it really is an exploitation of people. These people are actually just working for free because this show makes a lot of money. It makes a lot of money for them to not pay them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Please like the video before Pumegiona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.